Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, to the final news roundup of 2019. If it's New Year where you are, I wish you a very, very happy New Year and all the best for 2020. If it's not quite here, well, when it comes, I wish you all the best too. But in today's video, we are going to be talking some Barcelona news with some injury updates, a little bit of transfer news, and a look ahead to 2020 with Lionel Messi. It's all coming up. Let's get right to it. But let's start first and foremost with the injury news, which is never really the most exciting topic to talk about simply because it usually means something bad is coming, and we start with Arthur Melo. And with that, it's very, very bad because it was confirmed yesterday by the club that Arthur will miss another 3 weeks with injury, and that for me is absolutely gutting because I was really hoping at the start of 2020, the very first game, that Arthur would be back in the team, that he would be back fit and he'd be absolutely ready there to have a fantastic year, but he's still not right. According to the club there, he's still experiencing pain in his groin injury. We don't know what to make of that, of course, and that's really worrying because now, of course, that return date, it goes back further until the end of January, and suddenly you're thinking, when is he going to come back? I really hope this is the last setback. We're going to have to wait and see. But Arthur Melo, he's still on the sidelines. And unfortunately for Barcelona, that's not the only injury concern to report, because Barca have also confirmed a problem there to our goalkeeper, Marc-André ter Stegen. This one came rather out of the blue. They say there that he's suffering with a tendon problem in his right knee, and he's going to be closely monitored now over the coming days to determine exactly when he can return. But apparently, this is sort of an ongoing issue the club knew about for a while. It's been something that's been very closely monitored, and to be honest, ter Stegen seems to be managing this problem, but right now there's enough there to keep him out. We don't know exactly how long he's going to be on the sidelines for, but it's interesting there because sports say that ter Stegen will actually undergo surgery at some point for this knee problem. He wants to put an end to it. He wants to absolutely there take away any issue, but he's not going to do that surgery until after Euro 2020, of course, coming up this summer, because for now ter Stegen prefers to do more conservative treatment, just manage the problem, because he doesn't want to jeopardise some vital months here coming in the season towards the end, and of course also his participation at that tournament with Germany in the summer. So with ter Stegen, he's likely they're going to be out for the weekend's game against Espanyol, and that means there Neto will make his first La Liga appearance for Barcelona, and that could be very, very exciting indeed for him, and he could even appear there in the Spanish Super Cup in the week after against Atletico Madrid. It could be a big few weeks here for Neto. This is when, just like we saw against Inter at San Siro, he needs to step up. He did it on that night. We need to see him do it again. We do now move on to some transfer news, starting with Jean-Clair Todibo, whose future, as we know, has been much speculated over the past few weeks. And according to reports in Italy yesterday, it came out that AC Milan had finally agreed terms with Barcelona over the signing of Todibo. The Italian media said the deal there would be an initial loan deal with a 20 million option to buy, and they also went on to say there would be no buyback clause in that particular deal. However, good news for now, MD have come out this morning and they've said that is not true. The club have denied there any deal has been struck with AC Milan, nothing has been confirmed, nothing there has been agreed. So as of right now, Todibo remains a Barcelona player, but those AC Milan links, they still remain, and also Bayer Leverkusen have been very strongly linked too. But MD do go on to say there, Todibo still wants to stay. He has 5 offers in total on the table from a number of different clubs. He's got some very good options there, but MD say he wants to fight. He wants to fight for his place. Just let the guy stay, let him work his way to minutes, and I really do hope here the club don't force him out or do anything like that, because this is a centre-back here who's shown a lot of talent, a lot of promise. He wants to stay, so please, Barcelona, do the right thing. And we do move on now to quite a big story, I feel, that is starting to break now in Spain, and it's regarding Barcelona and a possible pursuit here of Dani Olmo. We've spoken about him on the channel before, of course, a former Barcelona youth player. He now plays his football at Dinamo Zagreb, but it was only a matter of time before now the Spanish international, he's made his debut for the Spanish national team. It does seem as though he's on the verge of a very big move. Could it be back to Barcelona? Because this morning, in both MD and also several local media sources in Barcelona. It's very, very interesting because they say that Barcelona have made an official approach now, not only to the player, but also there to Dinamo Zagreb regarding Olmo. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens simply because in the summer of 2021, Olmo's contract at Zagreb expires. So technically, this summer, he'll be in the final year there of his deal. Now, of course, in January, perhaps Dinamo Zagreb could be looking for a bit of a bigger fee, but come the summer, they will be looking to see exactly what they can get for him, and Barcelona then could make their move. A player there can play in the wider areas, he can play also in an attacking midfield position. He's somebody who's certainly very talented. Many of the top clubs right around Europe have looked at him, but according to these reports, Olmo does want to return, and this is certainly one to keep a very close eye on. Before we talk more transfers though, I do want to move on here to Lionel Messi, an MD this morning going with Messi on the cover, and it basically says Messi's 20 challenges for 2020, and it's basically outlining there all the different landmarks that Lionel Messi could reach in the year to come, and there's some absolutely massive ones that Messi is technically within touching distance in the coming year. They mention there Pele's goal record is something that Messi's chasing down, achieving 500 wins is another one, and also there becoming the club's all-time highest appearance maker. That is certainly in the sights of Lionel Messi. And I also loved this yesterday. I saw these pictures on social media, and it's actually Messi working out on the treadmill. He's in the gym. Clearly there, he's preparing to return to action in the coming days. But look at that. Who should be on the TV but Lionel Messi himself? Imagine that there, working out, going through your workout, trying to find that extra motivation to go the extra mile, and then looking up, seeing yourself banging in a few goals. Must be incredible to be Lionel Messi, and certainly there, I think he's looking in really good shape. I'm sure he's motivated. If he can stay injury-free, that would be absolutely incredible. Hopefully, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful 2020, not just individually for Lionel Messi, but hopefully as a collective. But I want to finish here with some more transfer news because there has been repeated links in both the Spanish and the English media for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to potentially move to Barcelona either in the January transfer window or in the coming summer. And I just don't get it. I do not understand why this continues to happen, not just specifically there with relation to Aubameyang, but Barcelona under this board continually go after short-term players, and that short-term thinking leads to extremely short-term solutions, and it's often at a very large expense to the club, and I don't understand it, and I don't know why we have to keep going down this road, because okay, let's take Aubameyang there as an example. I don't actually think that we'll sign him, but I wouldn't at all be surprised, much like we've seen with Willian in the past, that the club actually do want him, and it just doesn't make any sense to me, because look here at Aubameyang, he's the latest example, like I say, and his goal record is outstanding, whether you look there at Arsenal, whether you look at his time at Borussia Dortmund, in front of goal, he is a machine. He knows where the back of the net is, and he's a very, very good centre forward. He's shown that now over many, many years. And he is the kind of player who probably could come into Barcelona and he could have a bit of an effect. He could be effective in some games. He might score a few important goals. He might get us over the line there in some games. But is it worth it? Is it a sustainable business model? Because you look at it here, Aubameyang, 30 years old. He's 30 years old right now. He's going to be 31 come June. And I just think the amount that you gain from these signings, yeah, a few goals here and there, maybe a few good moments, the amount that you gain, it just doesn't stack up enough for the amount that you lose from these kind of deals. I think for sure you lose a whole lot more in these kind of short-term thinking deals because it's not just about the transfer fee. It's not just about the money that we would pay to somebody like Arsenal for this kind of player, because you've got to think more into it there. You've got to think about the big wages. He's going to come in and command a big weekly salary. And then you've got to think about the length of the contract. He's not just going to come in on a 1 or 2 year deal. He's going to sign a 3, 4, maybe even 5 year deal, knowing Barcelona. And then you've got to think at the end of it, after you've paid that transfer fee, after you've paid him all of those years of big wages, at the end of it then, when you come to try and sell him on, maybe then when it's time to leave the club, they're 34, 35 years old, and you're going to get nothing back. There's no resale value whatsoever on these kind of players, and that's why it doesn't make sense. Barcelona, I hope in the new era, come 2021, hopefully there, when we've got a new board in power, we see less of this short-term thinking, less here of this short-term mindset that for me, it's not sustainable, and it never has been at FC Barcelona. And just finally, guys, on today's video, I want to say a big thank you to every single one of you once again for all of the support in 2019. It's been an absolutely incredible year for the channel. I couldn't have wished for a better year, and in particular, I couldn't have wished there for a better audience than you guys. You make it very, very special. You make it very, very worthwhile, and I can't wait to see what's in store there for 2020. Thank you again, and I'm really hoping for a big year for Barcelona. Let's do this, and let's do it together. I will see you soon, guys. Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, as always, on everything that we have discussed in today's video. Thanks again, and I will see you soon. Barcelona are back very soon, and also career mode. That'll be coming soon too, guys. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.